about that. Today I wanted to talk about healthcare and how we got to where we are. I mean, they make healthcare seem so unbelievably complicated, and that we don't need a healthcare reform. We need a total overhaul of the healthcare system, with the government picking up the tab, with the American people being taxed to the hill to pay for this. In my belief, this is not a healthcare bill. This is a new tax bill. That's all it is. It's all about taxing the American people. All right, who wants all this money? The banks want all this money. The Federal Reserve wants all this money. They've told the politicians that they must get this money. It's paying on the interest of our debt to the Federal Reserve. That's all that is. This is a tax bill. That's all it is. Okay? Our healthcare. This whole healthcare debacle has been manufactured. The politicians and the insurance companies have gotten together. Insurance companies out of greed for money, and the politicians out of greed for power. They came together and they wrote a bill. They put into law that the American people can no longer get health care coverage, can get insurance anywhere they want. They are limited to buying insurance in their state and their state only. This is not something that was written in the Constitution in 1776. This is something that the insurance CEOs and the politicians have put forth. Okay? These are restrictions put in place by them to drive up costs of health insurance. See, what you're not understanding is all of these progressives, they follow this book, Saul Alinski's Rules for Radicals. Okay? There's a two-pronged plan. Okay? This is all about organizing, and then the Cloward and Piven, these are two progressives back in the 60s, they came up with a plan to destroy the economy. So with the organization of the low income and middle class into hating their own country, and then the Cloward and Piven destroy the economy, works together for the change that they want. Saul Alinski's Rules for Radicals. If you don't have the book and you haven't read it, read it. Because it opens your eyes to everything that's happening here. Everything that they are fighting for today has been manufactured, especially in the healthcare deal. All right? They want your money, and that's all. You will not get better healthcare. If you want affordable healthcare, you lift the restrictions on the people for buying over state lines. That's how you reduce the cost. Force the insurance companies to compete against each other. The government is not a competitor for the free market. They're the destroyer of the free market. And that's the bottom line. Barack Obama said himself, and I can't believe people don't understand what he's saying. He says that he's for a single payer, which is the government. And you're not going to get there right away. He says it's going to take 5 to 10 years to get there. I mean, you don't believe him? You don't believe that? You believe everything else he says, but you don't believe that aspect of it? I don't understand why you don't believe that. He said it, and you believe him, so what's up? Instead, you're going to shove a huge tax bill down the American people's throat. Have you noticed the stuff that they're putting into this? Listen, answer me this. The American people have overwhelmingly said we don't want abortions paid for by taxpayer money. We don't want illegal immigrants to benefit from free health care and our welfare system. You know, it's just simple. See, they have to create a disenchantment for the status quo, which is capitalism. Ronald Reagan and the Democrats, there was we had like 2 million illegal aliens in the country at one point in time. And Ronald Reagan said, all right, the Democrats wanted these illegal aliens to become citizens. You can't go gather them up and send them back. So Ronald Reagan said, okay, we'll make these illegal aliens, we'll give them amnesty, but you have to close the borders. You have to secure the borders. And the Democrats, okay. And the second that passed, they gave the illegal immigrants amnesty, and then did nothing about the border. And then they came flooding in. Do you see what I mean? It's all about destroying this country. If they cared about this country, they would have put up the borders. They would have revamped immigration. But it's not about that. They don't want to fix anything. Progressives only want to point to the problems. Look at our society. Look at the problems we have. They're not interested in fixing any of the problems. If they wanted to fix the problems in healthcare, it's simple. Lift restrictions of people buying insurance over state lines. Regulate the insurance companies that they can't drop people with pre-existing conditions. Those two things alone would satisfy most of the people that are screaming out there. Isn't that simple? You know what's funny about that is none of these include taxes. None of these include tax money from the people. Maybe that's why the progressives don't want to do something simple that will work. They simply want to take over and tax the hell out of you. And that's what it is. They don't call them tax and spend liberals for nothing. Okay, everybody's, I heard a liberal the other day saying, well, they were talking about Medicare. And he said, well, people are happy on Medicare. People are happy with their Medicare service. What does that mean? So what? Yeah, they're happy. And it's going bankrupt. So let me get this straight. So we're for happiness even though it drives us into the ground financially? Is our happiness based on putting our country in debt? Is that what we're supposed to believe? That the deeper in debt we get, the happier we are? Programs, you don't go to the movies in your whole household if you are controlling a household budget and you don't have the money. But you'd be happy to go to a movie, but you don't have the money for it. Do you go to the movies? Well, they'd be happy. Did you see their happy faces when they were in that movie? Yeah, but you just lost your house because you just spent money you didn't have. They were happy with it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's called personal responsibility. That's what needs to happen in this country. Personal responsibility.